You are watching Celtics Today by Chat Sports. I am Will Scott, and what a game that we saw last night from the Summer Celts, defeating the Milwaukee Bucks 111-109 in their second Summer League game. Matt Ryan, Matty Ice pulling up for the win as the C's take it. 0.5 seconds left. Matt Ryan hitting the game winner for the Celtics. Mfiondu Kabengele looked fantastic. Again, a double-double, 15 points, 11 rebounds. J.D. Davison, not his best performance. He was pretty good moving the ball around, 6 assists, just 5 points for Davison in his second game. But the story, of course, is Matt Ryan, who has become a fan favorite for the Celtics the last couple of months, signing a two-way contract with the team in February. Just played in one game, though, with Boston. However, he was on the bench mob during the NBA Finals run. His contract did not allow for him to play in any playoff games, but he was on the bench for the entirety of the playoffs. Right now, fighting for a spot on the Celtics roster. What a story this guy is. He was working at DoorDash a year ago, then finally had a chance in the NBA, was playing in the G League, but was waived by the Cavaliers, then signed a two-way contract with the Celtics in February, appeared in one game in April, and then we saw him on the bench during the playoffs. So this guy is awesome. We love Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan loves Boston. Here's what he said after that game winner. It's pretty emotional. It's been a crazy couple of months. I was home for a year and a half. I don't know if you guys have heard my story, but I was driving DoorDash a year ago. To be here, to be part of the Boston Celtics is special. Do you want Matt Ryan to make this roster? Do you want him to be a full-time member of the Boston Celtics? I'm not talking about a two-way contract. I'm talking about a full-time job on the Boston Celtics. It's the pinned comment on today's video. When ad break comes, go down. Let me know what you think. Type Y for yes or type N for no. Do you want Matt Ryan on this roster? Another storyline, obviously, from Summer League has been Kabengele, and we've talked a lot about the Celtics needing a backup center, but he has looked outstanding in the first two games of Summer League. J.D. Davison looked great in Game 1, not so much in Game 2. Matt Ryan has looked fantastic in both games. I believe he's shooting over 50% from three-point range. I mean, it's so funny because in Summer League, you kind of start thinking about guys on a Summer League roster filling some of the team needs you have on the NBA roster. You need a backup center, and you need another shooter off the bench. Maybe Matt Ryan and Kabengele can be those two guys. We'll watch them again tonight. They play the Warriors 8 o'clock Eastern Time in the third Summer League game. Then the Grizzlies on Thursday night, followed by another Summer League game either on Saturday or Sunday. That was so much fun to watch last night, beating the Bucks. Came down to the wire. I mean, we unfortunately can't show you the shot because of media rights, but it's on my Twitter, at WillScott44. If JaMychal could throw my Twitter up on screen, I've retweeted that shot. I mean, it wasn't just like, catch and shoot corner three for the win. This guy threw it up like this, off the glass and down. Matty Ice coming in clutch for the Celtics last night, 23 points in the game winner, beating the Bucks 111-109. Now, this is why you subscribe, because we're breaking down any Celtics news, any Celtics rumors, but also not just subscribe, but turn on those notifications. You're going to get an alert on your phone whenever we put out a video. Right now, 17.5% of our subscribers have notifications on. Let's get that number up to 18 by the end of this video. Go down, subscribe, turn on your notifications right now to stay in the loop with all Celtics news and rumors. Let's talk about some more news. That is that Aron Baynes might not be signing with the Celtics after all. Of course, we talked about him yesterday. He worked out for teams last weekend in Vegas. It was the first time we saw him on a basketball court after his spinal cord injury during the Olympics last year. The Celtics were at that workout, but according to Adam Himmelsbach of The Athletic, it does not appear that the Celtics are going to be signing Baines. Here's what he said yesterday. This was a little bit after we put out that video. Was told that the Celtics checked in on Aron Baynes' situation, but don't intend to sign the veteran big man. That coming from Adam Himmelsbach. So what is your one-word reaction to this news? I know there's a lot of mixed feelings down in the comments about bringing Baines back to Boston. He, of course, played for the C's from 2017 to 2019. Let me know what your one-word reaction to the Baines news is. Go down in the comments section. Let me know. Himmelsbach, by the way, works for the Boston Globe, not The Athletic. But go down in the comments section. Let me know what you think of the latest Baines news. My one word is disappointing. I'm a little bit disappointed because it would have been a great story, right? Not only would Aron Baynes be back to playing basketball. I mean, the guy was in a hospital for 2 months, had to relearn how to walk, and then he's back on a basketball court. It would have been a great story. You also would have brought him back to Boston, a place that he played really, really well in a couple years back. But my other word is understanding. I understand why Brad Stevens is likely not going to make this move because you're a championship. You want to be a championship team next year. You want to put together a championship caliber roster, and Baines, because he hasn't played in a while, because of the health concerns, he is a risk. There are probably better options out there like these guys. I think Brad Stevens will bring one of these guys in. Hassan Whiteside, my personal favorite. I really hope he gets signed, but you also have some veterans like Aldridge, Cousins, and Howard still out there for the taking. The Celtics need a backup center. Baines would fit that bill, but he's probably a little bit risky. But the bottom line is the Celtics need to address this need soon because the longer they wait, the more likely guys like Whiteside are going to get snatched up. We'll talk about some trade options, though, in a second. I do want to tell you about this great deal we're giving you here at Chat Sports on this Jason Tatum jersey. You can go get it, chatsports.com/Tatum. It is on sale for a limited time. Go down and take advantage of it. That link is in the comments and the description of this video. Now let's talk about a possible trade target for the Celtics. That is Derrick Favors, someone who we talked about on the show a few days ago. The noise of him potentially coming to Boston starting to heat up. Here's what Adam Taylor of Heavy.com said about Derrick Favors. The veteran big man is more of a throwback center, relying on his size, strength, and post moves to be an offensive weapon while relying on positioning and cutting angles to protect the rim. The Celtics aren't known for using a floor-spacing center within their offensive system, so Favors' limited jump shot wouldn't be a deal breaker so long as he can set solid screens and score in the post or off putbacks. Things he has been successful at his entire career. So Taylor saying that Favors might be a possible trade target for the C's. He fits in to the Celtics' $17.1 million TPE. But do you want to trade for Derrick Favors? Type T for trade or type P for pass. Down in the comments section, go down, let me know what you think. Here's what he did last year in Oklahoma City. 5.3 points per game, 4.7 rebounds per game. Halfway decent off the bench, I guess. I mean, I'm not crazy about bringing this guy in, but he might be very cheap. I mean, a second-round pick might be enough to get this guy because the Thunder are all about hoarding draft picks. They're all about adding draft picks. I mean, they have 1 million draft picks in the next 5 years, it feels like. So that's what Presti's all about. Favors does not really fit what this team wants and needs going forward. That's why they might trade him for very cheap. Brian Robb of Mass Live agrees. Derrick Favors and JaMychal Green are a couple names likely to be available in OKC for next to nothing, but would probably be too pricey for Boston without them dumping other salaries in a deal. Now, talking about Green, he was traded from the Nuggets to the Thunder on June 23rd. I think a lot of us didn't even know that because of all the other stuff that was going on in NBA free agency. But yes, JaMychal Green, now technically a member of the Thunder. I would be very, very surprised if he was on OKC's roster at the start of the season, though. Here's what he did for Denver last year. 6.4 points per game, 4.2 rebounds per game, 0.4 blocks per game, 48.6% from the floor. Now, Green is more of a 4. He plays the power forward position. Yeah, he can play the 5 too, but the Celtics need a 5. They don't need another 4. They're already pretty loaded at the power forward position. I think they need more of a reliable big man behind Robert Williams. Both of those guys fit into the Celtics' $17.1 million TPE. You have JaMychal Green set to make over $8 million this year, and then Favors a little over $10 million. So the Celtics could make this move, either one of those moves, without having to worry about the salary cap. Now, pick one to trade for. Derrick Favors, JaMychal Green, type DF for Favors, type JG for Green, or type in for neither. I'm honestly going to type neither. I don't want either of these guys. I'd much rather have Hassan Whiteside or a free agent that's still out there and available. I feel like a lot of other guys would be more reliable coming off the bench. Now, if you were to make a deal for one of these two guys for OKC, you would not have to include Grant Williams or Peyton Pritchard in this deal. Brad Stevens is very smart. He's not stupid. It'd be stupid to trade one of your two up-and-coming players for veteran big man that are low-key washed, let's be honest. Thanks for watching this edition of Celtics Today. Appreciate you all subscribing to the channel. If you aren't subscribed, let's change that. Go down, hit that big red sub button.